Come closer, my beloved. Today I speak directly to your heart. Place your life fully in my hands, for I am your fortress, your refuge, your unshakable shelter. Let every fear, every worry, every burden fall at my feet. I am your deliverer, your guide, and in my presence, you will find safety. Listen carefully, for as you start this day, I will teach you how to trust me completely, to surrender every part of your journey, and to find peace that surpasses all understanding. I am with you, and I will never let you fall. There is a profound invitation that I give to each of you, my beloved, to place your life entirely into my hands, to trust in my sovereignty, and to surrender your every concern to me. When you entrust your life to me, you are not simply handing over a few worries or challenges. You are giving me the entirety of your existence, your past, your present, and your future. Life can feel uncertain, overwhelming, and at times even chaotic, but when you understand the depth of my love for you and the immensity of my power, you can release all fear and anxiety. Entrusting your life to me begins with recognition that I am your ultimate refuge. Just as the psalmist in Psalm 31 declared, "Into your hands I commit my spirit," so too are you called to let go of the need to control outcomes, to plan every step meticulously, and to carry the weight of your burdens alone. I am inviting you to experience a freedom that comes only when you place your life safely in my hands, a freedom that allows your soul to rest, because you know that I am in control. Many of you have wrestled with uncertainty, have carried anxieties about your future, or have doubted your own ability to navigate life's storms. It is precisely for moments like these that I extend my invitation. I do not ask for partial surrender. I ask for a full and heartfelt commitment. This means trusting me with not only the big, monumental decisions, but also the small, everyday choices that shape your life. When you place your life in my hands, you begin to align yourself with my purpose, with the divine plan that I have prepared for you. It is a process that unfolds gradually, as you learn to recognize my voice amidst the noise of the world, to discern my guidance, and to follow the path I illuminate before you. I want you to understand that trusting me is not a passive act. It requires active faith, daily engagement, and conscious surrender. You must intentionally choose to relinquish control, to let go of fear, and to step boldly into the unknown, confident that I am guiding your steps. Every moment you spend worrying about tomorrow, fretting over circumstances, or doubting my protection is a moment you miss the opportunity to experience my peace. My hands are strong, capable, and full of love. When you place your life in them, you are safe from the destructive forces that seek to overwhelm you. I am not distant or detached from your struggles. I am intimately aware of every detail of your life, and I am constantly at work for your good. Trusting me fully requires understanding that my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. There will be times when the path before you seems unclear, when challenges arise that feel insurmountable, and when darkness threatens to overshadow your hope. Yet, in those very moments, placing your life in my hands brings reassurance and strength. The psalmist experienced fear, danger, and betrayal, yet he found security by committing himself to me. He knew that his safety, his honor, and his future were secure in my hands. You too are invited to walk this path of trust. Let go of the need to manipulate outcomes or control circumstances. Your surrender does not make you weak. It makes you strong, because you are drawing upon the limitless power and wisdom of your Creator. Entrusting your life to me also involves a heart posture of humility. Recognize that you are not the ultimate authority in your life, that your understanding is limited, and that my insight encompasses all things. Humility opens the door to my guidance, allowing you to see the ways I am already at work in your life, even when you cannot yet perceive them. Many people struggle to fully commit to this surrender because they fear loss, uncertainty, or failure. They cling to control as a false security, forgetting that true safety is found in me. I am unchanging, steadfast, and faithful. Nothing in your life, no circumstance, and no threat can remove you from my protective care. When you hand over your worries, your plans, your relationships, and even your dreams, I receive them with joy, not with judgment. I delight in carrying your burdens and directing your steps. This trust transforms the way you live. It changes your perspective, softens your heart, and reshapes your priorities. Instead of relying solely on your own strength, you begin to experience my strength flowing through you. Instead of fearing the unknown, you begin to walk boldly into it, knowing that I am guiding your every step. Trusting me completely also transforms your prayer life. Prayer becomes not just a ritual or a plea, but a genuine act of dependence, a conversation of intimacy with your Creator. You learn to cast every concern upon me, knowing that I am attentive, capable, and ready to respond. When trials come, instead of despairing, you are able to respond with peace, courage, and steadfast faith, because your foundation is secure in me. Moreover, entrusting your life to me is not a one-time act. It is a daily commitment, a continual choice to release control and rest in my care. Each morning, you can recommit yourself, recognizing that the day ahead belongs to me. Each night, you can reflect on my faithfulness, recalling the ways I have guided, protected, and provided for you. In this rhythm of surrender, your soul is nurtured and strengthened. Consider the countless examples throughout Scripture of those who trusted me fully and experienced my deliverance. Their lives were not free from challenges, pain, or adversity, but their hearts were anchored in my hands. They discovered that my power is made perfect in weakness, that my timing is impeccable, and that my love never fails. You, too, are called to this deep, abiding trust. There will be moments when fear whispers in your ear, when anxiety tempts you to reclaim control, and when the world pressures you to rely on your own understanding. In those moments, remember that my hands are always beneath you, holding, guiding, and protecting you. Surrender is not a sign of defeat, it is a declaration of faith. It is a statement that you believe in my goodness, my wisdom, and my unending care. It is a choice to live unburdened by fear, to experience the fullness of my peace, and to walk confidently knowing that your life is safe with me. As you begin your day, take a moment to consciously place every aspect of your life into my hands, your thoughts, your plans, your fears, your hopes, your relationships, your work, your dreams, your failures, and your successes. Lay them before me with open hands and an open heart. Know that nothing you bring to me is too small, insignificant, or burdensome. I receive it all, and trusting your life to me also affects the way you relate to others. As you walk in my safety, you are able to extend grace, patience, and love more freely, not because of your own strength, but because of my Spirit flowing through you. You become a beacon of my peace, a living testimony of what it means to trust in the God who holds all things together. In every challenge, you are reminded that I am sovereign. In every uncertainty, you experience my guidance. In every difficulty, you encounter my comfort. Your life, placed in my hands, is secure, purposeful, and infused with my presence. Trust is cultivated through consistent surrender. Each time you choose to let go of worry, to release control, and to rely on me, your faith grows stronger, your spirit finds rest, and your heart experiences joy that is independent of circumstances. Remember, my beloved, that nothing can separate you from my care, not past mistakes, not present challenges, not future uncertainties. When you commit your life to me, you are stepping into a reality where my power is made perfect in your weakness, where my guidance is your compass, where my love is your constant, and where your peace is unshakable. Every moment of life, every decision, every encounter is safer when you walk with me. The psalmist's words resonate across time and space. To place one's life in my hands is to experience the profound security that comes from knowing the Creator of the universe is actively working on your behalf. This is not an abstract promise. It is tangible, living, and real. You can feel it in the calm that fills your heart, in the courage that rises within you, in the clarity that comes when confusion threatens, and in the hope that anchors your soul when despair knocks at your door. Entrusting your life fully to me changes everything. Your identity shifts from one of fear and self-reliance to one of confidence and divine dependence. Your decisions become guided by my wisdom. Your heart aligns with my purposes, and your soul rests in my care. You are no longer defined by your limitations, fears, or past failures, but by my power, my love, and my faithfulness. Life will bring storms, trials, and moments when the ground beneath you seems uncertain. But I am inviting you to recognize that in the midst of these challenges, I am your refuge and your source of strength. You may feel weak, weary, or overwhelmed, yet when you turn your eyes toward me, you discover a wellspring of power that never fails. There is a profound security in knowing that you are not facing your difficulties alone. I am present in every struggle, listening to your cries, understanding your fears, and ready to lift you above every circumstance that seeks to drag you down. The psalmist, in his honesty, spoke of distress and danger, yet he continually found solace in my protection. He recognized that no matter how fierce the opposition or how deep the despair, my hands were beneath him, holding him steady and keeping him safe. You, too, are called to this same assurance. It is in turning to me, in seeking my presence with intention, that you will experience the peace and courage to endure. Trials may come in many forms: the loss of what you hold dear, betrayal from those you trust, the pressures of work or responsibilities, physical sickness, or emotional pain. These trials can feel unbearable at times, yet each one is an opportunity to lean into me and discover that my strength is perfected in your weakness. When you feel powerless, remember that my power is limitless, and I am able to lift you beyond the confines of your limitations. I am your fortress, a shelter where you can rest without fear of collapse. To find refuge in me is not merely to escape difficulties, but to anchor your soul in the unshakable certainty of my love, guidance, and protection. Many seek comfort in temporary solutions, in human strength, in their own understanding, but these are fleeting. True refuge comes when your trust is placed fully in me, knowing that I am with you, even when you cannot see the outcome or comprehend the path ahead. In times of trial, your natural tendency may be to resist, to question, or to seek escape, but I am calling you to a deeper posture. Come to me and remain, find rest in my presence, and allow me to fortify your spirit. Strength comes not from your ability to endure alone, but from the reliance on me, the acknowledgement that your life is held in the care of one who is omnipotent, omniscient, and unending in love. Consider the imagery of a rock and a fortress. The rock stands firm against winds and waves, immovable and secure. So too am I for you. When life rages with trials that shake your confidence and challenge your faith, you can cling to me, confident that nothing can penetrate the safety I provide. Many of you have faced moments where despair tempted you to surrender, where the weight of your burdens seemed unbearable, and where your heart was heavy with worry and fear. In those moments, I am reminding you to lift your eyes to me, to call upon my name, and to trust that I am at work, orchestrating even the smallest details of your life for your good. Finding refuge in me requires intentionality. It is not a passive retreat, but an active choice to seek my presence, to meditate on my promises, and to align your heart with my will. It involves a surrender of control, a release of the anxiety that grips your thoughts, and a conscious decision to rest in the assurance that I am your defender, your provider, and your shield. Trials do not define you. They reveal where your trust lies. If your faith is anchored in me, the storms will not destroy you, for my strength will uphold you. Your soul will not be shaken, for my presence is steady, unwavering, and faithful. I want you to understand that refuge in me is both a spiritual reality and a practical experience. Spiritually, it is a recognition of my sovereignty and a submission to my guidance. Practically, it manifests in calmness in the face of fear, clarity amidst confusion, and courage when circumstances seem impossible. As you meditate on my word, as you immerse yourself in prayer, as you acknowledge my presence in every situation, you will notice a transformation within you. Anxiety begins to fade, hope rises, and your heart begins to experience the strength that comes only from me. I am your safe place in a world that is often unpredictable and chaotic. My protection is not always about removing trials from your life, but about carrying you through them, strengthening your character, and deepening your dependence on me. It is in the crucible of adversity that my power is most evident, that my faithfulness shines, and that your spirit is refined. You are invited to come to me with honesty, to pour out your heart without pretense, and to acknowledge your need for my help. I am not indifferent to your struggles. I am moved by your prayers, and I am actively at work to sustain you. Every trial you face has a purpose in the grand tapestry of your life. Some trials teach patience, others teach humility, some cultivate compassion, and all are opportunities to witness my presence in ways that strengthen your faith. I am your defender against the unseen and the seen, the whisperer of guidance when confusion surrounds you, and the comforter when sorrow presses upon your heart. Lean into me during these moments. Do not underestimate the power of seeking refuge in my presence. When you abide in me, your heart finds rest, your mind finds clarity, and your spirit receives strength beyond what the world can provide. I am calling you to trust that no circumstance, no enemy, no challenge can overpower the security I provide. My protection is steadfast, my power unmatched, and my love unwavering. Even when the night seems dark, when despair threatens to overwhelm, and when the weight of your trials feels unbearable, my hand is there to lift you, to steady you, and to remind you that you are not alone. Take courage in the knowledge that I am with you. Let your heart not be troubled by fear or uncertainty. I am your safe harbor, your shield, and your source of strength. In every situation, seek me first, and you will find that I provide the peace, guidance, and endurance you need to navigate life's challenges. The psalmist spoke of being delivered from enemies, of finding safety in God's presence, and of trusting that no harm could overtake him while under my care. This same assurance is for you. As you face trials, large or small. Turn your eyes toward me, meditate on my faithfulness, and receive the strength I freely give to those who seek refuge in me. You are not defined by the difficulties you encounter. You are defined by the one who holds you. Your strength comes not from your own resources, but from my power made perfect in your weakness. In the quiet moments, when no one else sees or understands, I am there, upholding you, guiding you, and strengthening your spirit. Allow me to be your sanctuary, the place where your soul finds rest, the shield that protects your heart, and the source of courage that carries you forward. Every trial you endure is an opportunity to experience the depth of my love, the extent of my power, and the constancy of my presence. I am calling you to stop relying on temporary comforts or human solutions and to seek refuge in me, to find strength in my promises, and to allow my spirit to fortify you in ways that transcend your own abilities. When you face adversity, do not despair, do not retreat, do not rely solely on your own understanding. Come to me, your refuge, your stronghold, your unshakable foundation, and you will find the courage, strength, and perseverance to continue walking faithfully. The storms will rage, challenges will persist, and difficulties will arise, yet you are secure in my hands. I am your protector, your defender, your provider, and your constant companion. Lean into me, trust me fully, and allow my strength to sustain you through every trial, every heartache, and every moment of uncertainty, knowing that I am always present, always faithful, and always able to uphold you in every circumstance. There is a peace that the world cannot give, a peace that surpasses understanding, and it is available to you the moment you choose to trust me completely and surrender every part of your life into my care. Many of you walk through life burdened with anxiety, fear, and restlessness, trying to control circumstances, outcomes, and the behavior of others. You seek peace in temporary solutions, in human efforts, or in fleeting distractions. Yet true peace is found only in me. I am calling you to release your grip on the things that weigh you down, to let go of your need to manage every detail, and to place your life fully into my hands. When you surrender to me, you acknowledge that I am God, that I am in control, and that my love for you is perfect, constant, and unfailing. The psalmist in Psalm 31 exemplifies this surrender, declaring trust in me even in the midst of uncertainty, danger, and opposition. He entrusted his spirit, his future, and his life into my hands, and in doing so, he discovered a peace that no enemy could take away, a calm in the storm, and a confidence rooted in my faithfulness. Trust is the foundation of peace. When you trust me, you are saying that you believe in my goodness, that you believe in my wisdom, and that you believe in my power to protect, provide, and guide you. Trust does not require you to understand every circumstance or to have a clear view of the path ahead. It simply requires a heart that chooses to rely on me, that chooses to rest in my sovereignty, and that refuses to be anxious over what is beyond your control. Surrender accompanies trust. It is the active decision to release control, to stop striving in your own strength, and to embrace the reality that I am carrying you. Surrender is not weakness. It is strength manifested through dependence on me. It is a recognition that your life is safest, most secure, and most fruitful when it is held in my hands. The world may tell you that control, self-reliance, or constant effort is the key to security. Yet these things can never provide lasting peace. Only I can sustain your heart, calm your mind, and restore your spirit. When you practice surrender, you are aligning your life with my purposes, opening yourself to my guidance, and allowing my spirit to work in and through you. This does not mean that life will be free of trials or challenges. Difficulties may still arise, yet the experience of those trials changes dramatically when you are anchored in my peace. Anxiety diminishes because you know I am in control. Fear fades because you understand that I am your protector. Restlessness gives way to calm because you are abiding in me. My peace is not passive, it actively guards your heart and mind. It is a peace that steadies you in moments of chaos, strengthens you when fear tempts you to falter, and restores you when weariness threatens to overwhelm. You can cultivate this peace through intentional practices of trust and surrender. Begin each day by consciously placing your concerns, your plans, and your desires into my hands. Speak to me in prayer, acknowledging your dependence on me and affirming your belief that I am faithful and true. Throughout the day, remind yourself of my presence in every circumstance. When challenges arise, pause and ask for my guidance, remembering that you are not alone and that I am actively working for your good. Surrender also means allowing me to direct your priorities, to shape your responses, and to influence your decisions. It means trusting that I know what is best, even when it differs from what you desire or expect. This choice to submit, to relinquish control, and to rely on my wisdom is the pathway to experiencing deep, unshakable peace. Peace flows when fear is replaced by faith, when worry is replaced by trust, and when striving is replaced by surrender. Each act of trust, no matter how small, strengthens your heart and deepens your experience of my presence. You may wonder how to cultivate this peace when circumstances seem overwhelming. Begin by meditating on my promises in Scripture, remembering that I am faithful to uphold all who place their trust in me. Reflect on past experiences where I have guided you, protected you, or provided in ways that exceeded your expectations. These memories serve as evidence of my care and reminders that I am always working on your behalf. Another way to embrace peace is through prayer that is both honest and intentional. Share your worries with me openly, speak your fears aloud, and release your desires for outcomes into my hands. Prayer is the bridge that connects your heart to mine, the act that deepens your surrender, and the channel through which my peace flows into your life. Surrendering to me also requires patience. Peace is cultivated over time as trust grows, and as you repeatedly choose to rely on me in the midst of uncertainty. There will be moments when your heart resists, when fear tempts you to reclaim control, and when doubts attempt to overshadow your faith. In those moments, remind yourself of my steadfast love, my perfect wisdom, and my unchanging presence. Trust is an ongoing journey, not a one-time decision. It is a continuous choice to place your life in my hands each day, in every circumstance, and in every relationship. As you make this choice consistently, peace becomes a natural response, a fruit of your reliance on me. Many people mistake peace for the absence of problems, yet my peace is deeper and richer. It exists even amidst challenges, opposition, and uncertainty. It is not dependent on circumstances, but on the unshakable truth of who I am and the certainty of my love for you. This peace enables you to face trials without despair, to respond to conflict without anger, and to act with wisdom rather than impulsivity. It protects your heart from being overwhelmed by fear, doubt, or anxiety. Surrender also allows you to experience freedom. When you release control, you are liberated from the constant burden of trying to manage every detail of your life. Freedom comes when you accept that I am fully capable of handling what you cannot, that my plans are perfect, and that my timing is impeccable. Your soul is lightened, your mind is clarified, and your heart experiences joy even in the midst of difficulty. The psalmist exemplified this peace through his repeated declaration of trust in me. He faced danger, betrayal, and uncertainty, yet he remained anchored in the knowledge that I was his refuge, his strength, and his deliverer. You are invited to follow this same path, to experience peace that endures regardless of external circumstances, and to allow my presence to fill your heart and mind with calm assurance. As you surrender, my Spirit works within you, guiding your thoughts, shaping your attitudes, and reinforcing your faith. You begin to notice a shift in how you respond to challenges, in how you view setbacks, and in how you relate to others. Peace becomes the lens through which you see life, a stabilizing force in the midst of chaos, and a source of hope that sustains you. Trust and surrender are inseparable. One cannot exist without the other. Trust provides the foundation upon which surrender rests, and surrender allows trust to manifest fully in your daily life. Each time you consciously choose to trust me, each time you release control of a situation into my hands, your experience of my peace deepens and expands. In practical terms, this peace manifests in your daily life as calmness in decision-making, confidence in facing challenges, patience in waiting, and joy in the present moment. It enables you to navigate conflict without being consumed by anger or fear, and to respond to difficulty with wisdom rather than panic. The peace I offer is comprehensive. It touches your spirit, your mind, your emotions, and even your physical body. When your heart is anchored in trust and surrender, anxiety diminishes, mental clarity increases, emotional stability is strengthened, and your overall sense of well-being is enhanced. My peace is a safeguard for your entire being, a protective presence that shields you from the turmoil of the world and strengthens you to walk faithfully through every circumstance. Let this truth settle deeply within you. Peace is not something to chase, to earn, or to achieve through human effort. It is a gift that flows naturally when trust and surrender become the rhythm of your life. Each day, you have the opportunity to recommit yourself to this rhythm, to renew your choice to trust me, and to experience the profound calm that results from resting fully in my care. As you meditate on my faithfulness, reflect on my provision, and open your heart to my presence, you will notice a transformation. Your anxieties diminish, your perspective shifts, and your ability to face challenges with courage and hope is strengthened. Trust and surrender create a fertile ground for my peace to flourish, producing stability, clarity, and confidence in every aspect of your life. There will be moments when fear and doubt arise, when the pressures of life attempt to unsettle your heart, and when external circumstances seem overwhelming. In these moments, remember that peace is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of my Spirit working in and through you. It is an inner calm that remains steadfast even when the world around you is turbulent. You are invited to practice trust daily, to surrender consistently, and to allow my peace to fill every corner of your being. This peace protects your heart from despair, strengthens your mind against confusion, and nourishes your spirit in ways that sustain you for the journey ahead. As you walk this path of trust and surrender, you will discover that my peace is not passive. It is active, dynamic, and transformative. It changes the way you perceive life, the way you interact with others, and the way you approach challenges. It anchors you in hope, steadies you in uncertainty, and empowers you to walk boldly, knowing that your life is held securely in my hands. My peace is enduring, unwavering, and freely available to all who choose to trust and surrender. It is a sanctuary for your heart, a shield for your mind, and a source of strength for your spirit. Let your daily practice be one of handing over every concern, every plan, and every fear into my care, knowing that as you do, you are experiencing the fullness of the peace I offer, the peace that the world cannot give, and the peace that sustains you through every trial, every uncertainty, and every challenge, bringing calm to your soul, clarity to your mind, and courage to your heart. When you understand that your life is held in my hands, a new confidence rises within you, a boldness that is rooted not in your own strength, wisdom, or ability, but in the certainty of my protection and my presence. Many of you have walked cautiously, hesitant to take steps forward because of fear, uncertainty, or past disappointments. Yet I am calling you to step into your day, your purpose, and your calling with courage, knowing that I am your defender, your guide, and your shield. Walking boldly does not mean recklessness or ignorance of challenges. It means moving forward with assurance that no harm can overtake you when you are under my care. The psalmist spoke of facing enemies, threats, and danger, yet he declared trust in me as his refuge, his stronghold, and his portion. In the same way, you are invited to step confidently into life's uncertainties, knowing that my eyes are upon you, my power surrounds you, and my spirit guides you. Confidence in my protection allows you to face challenges without fear of failure or harm. When you rely solely on your own understanding, doubt and anxiety creep in. But when your confidence is placed in me, the Creator of the universe, who is also intimately aware of every detail of your life, fear loses its grip. I am not a distant observer. I am actively working on your behalf, orchestrating circumstances, protecting you from unseen dangers, and guiding your steps according to my perfect plan. Boldness comes from awareness of my constant presence. As you walk through your day, you can remain steadfast because you know that I am with you in every situation, that I am your protector against those who seek to harm you, and that no force, circumstance, or obstacle can separate you from my care. Your confidence grows as you reflect on my past faithfulness in your life and in the lives of my people. Consider the examples throughout Scripture, men and women who faced overwhelming odds, yet walked boldly because they trusted in my protection. Their courage was not of human origin, it was born from their reliance on me. You too are called to this same boldness. Confidence in my protection transforms the way you approach life. You are no longer paralyzed by fear, discouraged by setbacks, or overwhelmed by opposition. Instead, you move forward with determination, clarity, and courage. You can engage with challenges not with hesitation, but with assurance that I am equipping you for victory, and that I am actively guarding every step you take. Boldness also requires a heart fully aligned with me. When your desires, motives, and actions are surrendered to my guidance, your steps become secure. Confidence is not arrogance or self-reliance. It is the calm assurance that comes from knowing that you are walking under the shadow of my wings, fully protected, fully guided, and fully cherished. Many people fail to experience this boldness because they underestimate the extent of my protection. They imagine that life's dangers and obstacles must be confronted solely by their own strength, and so they shrink back, hesitate, or become anxious. But I am reminding you that my power is greater than any opposition, and my protection is greater than any threat. Nothing can circumvent my care, and no plan of the enemy can succeed against one who walks in my confidence. Boldness in life also impacts the way you interact with others. When you are assured of my protection, you can approach relationships with courage, kindness, and integrity. You do not need to shrink in fear of criticism, rejection, or betrayal. You can engage openly, honestly, and compassionately because your security is in me, not in the approval or favor of people. Walking confidently also strengthens your witness to the world. When others see the courage, composure, and faith that flows from reliance on me, they are drawn to the source of your boldness. Your life becomes a living testimony of my power, my faithfulness, and my protection. You are a beacon of hope for those who are timid, fearful, or uncertain, showing that it is possible to move forward without fear when one's trust is placed in me. Confidence grows through repeated reliance on my guidance. Each time you face a challenge, turn to me for direction and witness my faithfulness. Your trust deepens and your courage increases. This does not mean that obstacles disappear or that life is free of difficulty, but it means that you are equipped to face them without being overwhelmed. My protection is both spiritual and practical. Spiritually, I guard your heart, mind, and soul against despair, fear, and confusion. Practically, I provide wisdom, discernment, and guidance to navigate situations successfully. Walking boldly requires attentiveness to my spirit, sensitivity to my guidance, and obedience to my word. As you cultivate these habits, confidence flows naturally because you are anchored in the knowledge that I am directing your path, preparing the way before you, and defending you against what could harm you. Boldness also involves embracing your identity in me. You are my child, chosen, loved, and fully protected. This identity provides a foundation for walking courageously. When you understand who you are in me, you are no longer swayed by fear, criticism, or uncertainty. You can face life with a stability and assurance that reflects my character and my promises. There will be moments when opposition arises, when fear tempts you to retreat, and when circumstances appear threatening. In those moments, remember that my protection is greater than any threat. Your boldness is a declaration that you trust me, that you rely on my strength, and that you acknowledge my authority over every situation in your life. Confidence in my protection also transforms your decision-making. You are able to act decisively, respond with wisdom, and pursue opportunities without being paralyzed by fear. You do not need to second-guess, hesitate, or hold back, because you know that I am your shield and your guide. This confidence allows you to step into leadership, to take risks that align with my will, and to engage fully in the calling I have placed upon your life. Boldness is also cultivated through prayer and communion with me. By seeking my guidance, speaking openly with me, and meditating on my promises, your heart is strengthened, your mind is renewed, and your spirit is fortified. Confidence grows as you witness my presence in your life, as you experience my protection, and as you recognize that I am actively at work on your behalf. Trusting in my protection allows you to remain calm in the face of adversity. When challenges arise, you are not consumed by panic or fear. Instead, you stand firm, anchored in the knowledge that I am your defender, that I am guiding your steps, and that my power is at work for your good. This boldness is a reflection of faith, a faith that is unwavering, resilient, and steadfast. Walking confidently also means embracing courage even when the path is uncertain. Life may present situations where outcomes are unknown, yet the assurance of my protection allows you to move forward with clarity, hope, and strength. You can engage in the tasks I have called you to complete, interact with people boldly and lovingly, and face challenges with the peace that comes from knowing you are in my care. Boldness is a lifestyle, not a single moment. It is cultivated through daily choices to trust, obey, and rely on me. Each step you take in alignment with my guidance strengthens your confidence, deepens your faith, and equips you to face greater challenges with courage and resilience. Remember that walking boldly does not mean you will not encounter difficulty or opposition. It means that no matter what arises, you are anchored in my protection and empowered by my Spirit to overcome. Confidence in my protection transforms your perspective on trials. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you begin to view them as opportunities to experience my power, to witness my faithfulness, and to grow in your reliance on me. Your heart remains steadfast, your mind remains clear, and your spirit remains courageous because your trust is placed in one who cannot fail. As you continue to walk in boldness, you will notice a shift in your interactions, your decisions, and your sense of purpose. You approach life with a clarity, a strength, and a courage that inspires others, reflects my glory, and affirms the power of faith and trust. Walking boldly also requires humility, recognizing that your confidence is not rooted in yourself, but in me. It is a confidence that stems from reliance on my wisdom, my strength, and my guidance. You are confident because I am with you, not because of your own ability or understanding. Boldness is contagious. When you walk confidently in my protection, those around you are encouraged to trust me, to embrace faith, and to step courageously into their own calling. Your life becomes a testimony of what it means to rely fully on me, to surrender fear, and to walk in the assurance of my presence. Confidence also allows you to persevere. When difficulties persist, when opposition continues, and when uncertainty lingers, you are able to endure, to remain steadfast, and to continue pursuing the path I have set before you. You are able to face adversity without being shaken, to act with wisdom rather than fear, and to trust that my protection is sufficient in every situation. Walking boldly requires vigilance and attentiveness to my Spirit. Your steps must be guided by prayer, discernment, and obedience. As you cultivate these practices, your confidence grows because you are consistently aligned with my will, under my protection, and empowered by my Spirit. Boldness enables you to live fully, to embrace opportunities, to face challenges, and to fulfill your purpose without hesitation. You are not bound by fear, doubt, or uncertainty. Instead, you are liberated to walk in the fullness of my protection, to trust in my guidance, and to act with courage, wisdom, and faith in every area of your life. Confidence in my protection shapes your identity, your decisions, and your interactions. It allows you to stand firm in adversity, to engage with clarity in times of confusion, and to lead with integrity in moments of challenge. Your boldness becomes a reflection of my strength, a testimony of my faithfulness, and a demonstration of the power of walking closely with me. As you continue to walk with this assurance, your heart grows steadfast, your mind is fortified, and your spirit is strengthened. You face life with courage because you know that I am your protector, that I am guiding your steps, and that no force can overcome the one whose life is held securely in my hands. Walking boldly in my protection is an invitation to live without fear, to act with wisdom, and to embrace the fullness of life that I have prepared for you, knowing that every step you take is under my watchful care, guided by my Spirit, and surrounded by my unfailing love.